All right, so I'm back with a review that's long overdue, but somehow still needed in 2025, and that's a review of the Canon R8. But I also got the M6 Mark II here, but don't worry, it's only for comparison reasons. I'm actually gonna put this off to the side. So a comment that I got on my last video was they like how I'm straight to the point, no fluff, right to it, no extra nonsense. So that's how I'm gonna be in this video as well. So last minute edit, I know I said no fluff, but at the end of the video, and obviously throughout, I'm gonna be showing just clips, just showing off what the Canon R8 is capable of. That's all. So I'm really gonna look at a couple things, and that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with the good. The Canon R8 has 4K 60, and that's oversampled from a 6K sensor. So that means you get real crisp, real smooth, real buttery 4K video. So in addition to that, Canon R8 also has C-Log3 and HDR-PQ. But honestly, I don't really use C-Log3. I like to get everything properly exposed beforehand so I can do less in post. But with C-Log3, that also means you have more room to color grade, more dynamic range, things like that. A really, really big plus, especially for me since I shoot sports, is full HD 120, even 180. So rewinding back to that 6K sensor, even the full HD is really usable and really clean, especially if you crop into it a little bit for vertical video. And also just saying, using that 180 frames a second on a 24 frames per second timeline, when you slow it down, man, it is buttery smooth. It also has great video assist tools like zebras, histogram, waveform, etc. Personally, I don't use all that. Like I mentioned, I like to keep everything pre-exposed properly beforehand so I can do less in post. But for people who do use it, those tools are amazing. But by far my favorite video assist tool is the built-in aspect ratio markers. I mostly post on Instagram, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikToks. I just love having those markers so I know what's in frame, and that way I don't have to do that much hunting and reframing in post. Everything is in camera. It's perfect as it is. And I think lastly, as far as the video, I think it has great autofocus and autofocus areas, as well as subject detection. It has great subject detecting modes. It even has certain scenarios for certain sports. I mostly shoot basketball, so I primarily keep it focused to track subjects in regards to playing basketball. But it also has other sports to choose from, like tennis, soccer, and volleyball even. I think it even has cycling. So I might get a little flack for saying this, but I think by far my favorite feature in the Canon R8 is the Custom 1 and Custom 2 setting. It's not a new feature in the Canon R8, not at all. As a matter of fact, it's in the Canon M6 Mark II. But the difference is, in the M6 Mark II, you only have Custom 1, Custom 2, and that's it. As opposed to in the R8, you have Custom 1, Custom 2 for video. Then you switch over to photo, you have Custom 1, Custom 2 for that. All the settings stay the same between each mode, whether you're in photo or video. Which brings me to another one of my favorite features, which I'm shutting down video and I'm switching to photo. Literally. I could be wrong, but the first time I saw it was on the Canon R5C. You have a dedicated video to photo switch, and man, it makes switching so easy. Clearly, while I have a video rig, I'll still try to get away with switching it into photo mode in Custom 1, and I'll have my photo settings already pre-programmed, and I try to get away with snapping a couple pictures while I'm rigged up for video. Speaking of photo, the Canon R8 shoots 40 frames a second in electronic shutter mode. This camera does not have a full shutter, it has first curtain electronic, which I haven't seen any downsides to it. The electronic shutter is really great. The rolling shutter is noticeable, but not too bad. Now for the bad and the ugly. The Canon R8 is an entry-level full-frame camera. And with full frame, you would think it would come with a full frame battery, but you're wrong. Canon R8 actually shares the same battery as the M6 Mark II. This thing is pretty beefy. This thing is pretty pocket sized. And for these two cameras that share the same battery, you can only imagine and see that the Canon R8 will run out of battery really fast. So as beefy as a camera as this is for video, you're gonna need extra battery solutions, whether that's extra batteries or a V-mount battery. Personally, I use a V-mount battery, but then that leads into the next problem. It overheats, and I am not a fan of it, but it is what it is. The workaround that I have for the overheating is I have a Ulanzi camera fan attached to the back of the R8 when I have it rigged up. It is by far no end-all be-all solution to the overheating, but I find my workarounds and I managed to get through full basketball games, pre-game and post-game, and I'm fine. Though I do find it interesting that I made through the same thing pre-game, a full game and post game with the M6 Mark II, and I've had no overheating whatsoever, as opposed to the Canon R8, and I've had it overheat. I didn't have it overheat to the point where it shut down, but it was getting up there and I was getting nervous. And the last con, which may be a deal breaker for some, the Canon R8 only has one SD card slot. I know for wedding videographers or people doing corporate, I know that is a immediate deal breaker. Personally, I have not had any corruption. That also may be to the fact that I buy high quality SD cards, but you know, knock on wood, I don't want tomorrow to be the day that I get a corrupted SD card. But with that being said, that is all I have to say about the Canon R8. I tried to make this video as short as possible with minimal fluff. I hope you enjoyed, and even though I did not cover everything, if there is something you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments and I will either make a short about it or I will respond in the comments. I'm fortunate that I'm put into situations where I can use my equipment and provide feedback for people who are looking for it. I've had a lot of people ask me questions, and I'm just happy that I'm in a situation where I can help people out and provide my feedback where I see fit. But thank you for watching. My name's Dre, and it's 2025. Get your Canon R8. It's easy. Peace.